Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Pisces for mid-October 2023. Welcome to the table, Pisces. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be using a 3-card spread. All of the cards will be in the upright position, and then I'll be clarifying the cards with 2 additional cards for each one of those 3 cards, and they'll all come from the one deck. The flowers today are from my garden, and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I do hope you enjoy them. I also have an oracle deck on the table, and I'll be drawing an oracle card for you at the end of the reading. So, Pisces, let's begin this reading. Okay, 7 of Wands, King of Vessels, King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so 7 of Wands, a little bit of a struggle here. Having some battles, standing your ground, having to defend yourself. It feels like you've had a little bit of a hard time doing that. Maybe you constantly have to defend yourself. For some reason, somebody may be prodding you or goading you, trying to elicit a passionate response from you. Sometimes people are just trying to inflame your temper to see if they can get a reaction from you. So, sometimes people just like to provoke others just for the sport of watching somebody else's discomfort as they become riled. So don't fall prey to that. You are in a position to defend yourself. You can defend yourself with silence, but if you're called upon to defend yourself, take the higher ground so that you don't need to stoop to somebody else's level. Now we have the King of Cups. This is rather interesting because there's a little fountain coming into the cup, which is interesting because while I was gonging for you, I saw a calyx of a flower. So that's the little cone on the outside of a flower with the little filaments coming out. And it almost felt like you didn't want to express a lot of passionate emotion coming out of this calyx. You only wanted to test the water with these little filaments. And it's almost as if you could draw the little water spout coming out of the cup. But in this case, it's coming into the cup. So this is good emotions, lovely emotions coming into the cup. But you also know how to express yourself emotionally if you so desire. But you like to choose who and when and how you express yourself. So that's what this goading, it's rather interesting that I feel more like somebody is trying to goad you to becoming openly expressive, trying to provoke you. So if that's the case, then it's good that you maintain just a small spout of water rather than a big gush of temper. Stay calm, stay controlled. You know how to do that, Pisces. That's really right up your street. So I am feeling here that there's some sort of goading or provocation. Here is this really fiery, passionate enthusiasm that comes forward. So something is going to bring this forward to you at the end of October. Somehow you will feel fiery and passionate and enthusiastic about something. Now, that could be a passion expressed as part of love. Hopefully it's not passion expressed as part of provocation. So we'll just leave it at that, because this is definitely very fiery energy, but it could also be passion as a consequence of an expression of love. We'll clarify these cards now with 2 additional cards each. I'll just give them a good shuffle so you can see that it's done, and to randomise the cards. Okay. So we have got the Sun, beautiful, and the World, and the Hanged Man, Queen of Swords. Again, this card has come out for almost everyone that I've been doing readings for. 5 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. The Sun. This is a beautiful card. Straight away, the energy here. So this is coming towards you mid-October. So this is happiness, success, victory, and joy. So expression. It can also be the birth of a child, but there's nothing here to indicate that there's a birth of a child, except maybe the World. So this can be a birthing card as well. So for those of you who are welcoming a child into the world, congratulations. But I'll go more with the general meaning. So the general meaning might be more that there's success and happiness and victory coming your way, which is wonderful. Now the world, as I said, can also be a birthing card. So actually it's a kind of a rebirth card. So you finished a cycle, you can't give it anymore, it's over. You are moving on. You're being pushed out into the world, into a new cycle. So that is part of the way we are moving forward at the moment. So this eclipse season has kind of squeezed us all, and you can see there's this little drop of blood here. So this is a sacrificial piece of sacrificial blood. So having squeezed the last little bit of juice out of a cycle, and we're ready to move on. Now you have some major arcana here. So we've got 3 major arcana. So a plus an ace, so that's rather powerful energy again, and you've got a king and a queen. So this is quite strong and quite mature energy, but it's also giving me an indication that things are going to change quite drastically for you. So even though there's been a significant period of patience and waiting, because this is what I'm getting from this card, that you've been patiently waiting for something to happen. And you may have been waiting for love to come in which case here it is, and in which case it's also quite mature love. So it's not sort of a flash in the pan. This is somebody here that knows how to love properly. Okay, this is not some naive, young, reckless kind of a love, a little bit flirty. No, this is true love. So that is the King of Vessels here, which is quite a strong and mature energy here. That is true love. That is knowing how to express yourself well. And as long as that's not in the reverse aspect, that is quite good. Now, again, this is showing me there's been considerable amount of sacrifice and patience on your part. So waiting for this to come in. But here we've got the sun and the world. So everything is changing. This time of waiting, I think, is over. And here is the Queen of Swords, knowing your mind, speaking your truth, walking your truth, cutting away the things that are no longer necessary or desirable in your life, using your integrity, your wisdom, and your intuition. Very bold and very strong. As you can see, she's bold, she's strong, she's confident. Now, here we've got the Five of Swords. This is the end of October. So the Five of Swords can be gossip. It can be a challenge, like a verbal challenge of some sort. Somebody who's trying to pick a fight, somebody who's trying to sabotage you. It can be any one of those things, because this is quite a damaging sort of an energy. As you can see, some of the swords are quite damaged in the background, and he's working to repair the damage. So be guarded with your speech. You've got the Queen of Swords here, so careful that you are not too sharp in your replies, because sometimes that can hurt, and you know the Queen of Swords can do that as an accidental consequence of her clear speech, that she can be damaging to other people. So if you've hurt somebody, an apology may be in order. You need to make some amends here and, you know, eat some humble pie, so to speak. Otherwise, it could be that somebody else needs to give you an apology. But here's this fiery passion I've spoken about. So, you know, that could be part of getting riled up or stirred up, where you speak your mind a little bit too harshly and retaliate. That could be a retaliation, you know, a verbal retaliation. Now, we've also got here, this is this little bit of juggling. So the Two of Pentacles talks about juggling, trying to find a balance. This can be your spiritual mind and your earthly desires. So trying to find that little bit of balance between, you know, your intuition, your earthly desires, your passions, your creativity, and trying to find a little bit of stability. So something puts you a little bit of out of balance, and I think maybe a little bit too much fire for you, Pisces, might put you out of balance. I think perhaps too much fire in your reading will actually just tip you over the edge for a little while. So be guarded against that you don't become all fiery and hot-tempered and angry. If it's a consequence of passion, that's fine, but you know, that's okay, but not if you get hot-headed or alarmed by any provocation or stirring that somebody is doing towards you. Then you might find that you're a little bit out of balance for a while. Okay, let's see if we can find some clarification here for you, Pisces, in the oracle cards, maybe a little bit more information. Okay, to be fair. Okay, this is a card of justice and balance, which is rather interesting because I feel that this card could probably tip you out of balance very quickly if you get too fired up. But the card is there, so I guess it's just a little bit of a warning. Don't get overly fired up about somebody, particularly. It's fine if it's enthusiasm, but if it's is as a result of provocation, or somebody trying to rile you, then you need to be guarded against that. So to be fair, this is a card of finding balance, measuring things, weighing up things, seeing whether it's worth the effort, and also a sense of you finding your equilibrium. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, Pisces. Bye for now.